We are live, coming to you from Osseo, back in the West Rinks, where we started this tournament on Friday night in this friendly game. This would be, I believe, the 7th place game. We are taking on the St. Paul Capitals. Chatted with a few St. Paul parents, nice people. St. Paul, just numbers have been going down. So for 2 years ago, they co-opted St. Paul and East St. Paul, West St. Paul, one of the other St. Pauls, one side. And so just dealing with, same thing every other Metro's hockey program is dealing with. How do you stay viable? So interesting to hear their perspective, their take on things. Urbaniak on the draw. That's going to drop back. She'll take that one, try to push it forward. That's where the Capitals will take it, push it down into their offensive zone. Grove will retreat. Look for that one and down in the far corner. See if we can get you a little closer. She'll turn, fire that one. That's going to go all the way down. No, that might slow down. Capitals will get there first. Waconia giving chase. They're going to wrap around. Quick shot off the boot of a Capital defender. Doesn't actually make it on net. Over to the far wall. Capitals skating out of the zone. Ooh, they're going to get by Van Allsburg, get that outside edge. Looking to go inside. They do. Right down Grove. Quick shot. Ends up deflecting. Hedges holds in net today. So she took Friday and now Sunday duties. Stanislawski means she's out skating tonight. Here we go. Shot from the far wall. Knocked away by Urbaniak. Puck getting closer. Picked up. That was Grove throwing it up the wall. Caps able to hold. They're trying to dump it down. Then Allsburg steps up, slows down the attack a little bit, but St. Paul able to continue pushing through. Taken on the far side of the net, thrown over to the far side. Capitals coming around. Now it's loose, held just inside the blue line, dumped down. A little ping pong back and forth, ends up with a Cap player. They try to throw it down. Van Allsburg has it on tape. She's going to cycle to the other side. That's going to catch. Defense had pinched in, so it goes out, they clear, reset, now they push back in the zone, dump and chase out. Van Allsburg down the corner, off the wall, up to Jornby. Jornby tips it up and out. And we've got Jornby just being aggressive. Nice job, Ariel. She's going to take it and throw that one down in the offensive zone. Capitals will get there first. They're going to fire that one up to the blue line. Now we've got an odd man rush situation here. Ooh, knocked away. Nice job. That was Pinyard. Corbett throws it in way offsides. Only by about 10 feet. So that one will come out. We've got a face-off right here in front of us. Corbett on centering duties. Jornby on the right. Jensen on the left. Pinard. And I can't see the number. Johnson as your D pair. Ooh. Caps take the draw. They're going to push that one forward. Pinard, nice job. Stretching out, knocking it over the far wall, taking away a potential fast break situation. Caps come all the way here to the near side. They're going to push into the zone right to the tape of Corbett. She'll take that one, throw it up over the red line. Tipped by a Cap player. They try to throw it out. It comes right back to Corbett, so she'll push into the zone. Turns, fires, quick shot, kick save, back wall. Caps throw it into the corner, up the wall. Bernard trying to hold at the point. And the Caps just kind of bum rush her. They're going to get a rush here. Really floating down. Backhand attempt, kick save. And that's going to go over to the far wall where the Caps will recover first. They're going to take it, throw it to the middle, and they throw it down. Braylon covers. Nice job. So the Capitals, the more aggressive team in this one. Lots of small sample size, but the first 2+ minutes here, a lot of puck possession in the offensive zone for the Capitals. The girls not playing as aggressive as they have earlier in this weekend. A little tired, long weekend, lots of hockey, lots of driving. Let's see if they can't wake up, put some points on the board here. Right off the draw, that's Urbaniak trying to push forward, ends up on the stick of a Capital at the blue line. They dump it down, chipped off the wall by Gorns. Back to the middle by the Caps. Gorns will come across all the way, take it to the wall with her. That forces a turnover. Stanislawski will pick it up, chip it off the wall. Held again by Caps just inside the blue line. They're going to dump it down. Shot wide right, back wall. Grove will pick it up behind Hedgeholds. Turns, fires a little bit inside. Here we go. Gorns is going to take it. Oh, floats off her tape. Caps able to hold. And Allsburg will pick it up. She skates it over the far wall. Now she's looking for some room. Now she stretch passes it up. There we go. We're out. Put it up, put it up, put it up. Here we go. Urbaniak into the offensive zone. They're going to take it down the corner. Stanislawski trails. Oh, off the boot. She wanted to hold that one. Pinard will take that one. Throw it all the way over across to Johnson. Johnson out of the zone. Nice job. Here we go. Caps trying to take it. They swing, miss, and now they throw it down. They're going to say tip, so no icing. Pinard will take that back wall, looking, assessing, doesn't like what she sees, holds on to it. There you go. Here we go. Stanislawski off the wall. Here we go. Come on, girls. Urbaniak giving pursuit. Stanislawski right there as well. Up. Pinard, can she hold it in? Nope, they go inside. Nice job, Johnson. Edel down to Stanislawski. Quick shot. Oh, an initial kick save and a cover. Waconia waking up, putting some pressure on that Capital goalie. So far, she's been up to the task, but both teams are showing that they're coming to play. Going to face off to the Cap goalie's left. Referees kind of splitting up the girls here, not liking the positioning. Corbett on the draw, quick shot. She's going to fire that one to the back wall. That's where the Caps will take possession. They try to fling it up. Edel interrupts that one for the turnover. And Waconia gives it right back to the Caps. Rebecca at the blue line, dumps it down. Corbett takes it, throws it down on net. Right there, Corbett intercepts that exit pass there. Pushing it down, just trying to bully her way to the net. Multiple shots. Great shot. Ended up getting deflected right across the front of the goaltender. And now the Caps are coming back the other way. Grove steps in, trying to take that one off the tape of the advancing Capital player and swings and misses. Now they're into the offensive zone. Coming right down the middle. Quick shot. It's loose. And not sure how that happened. Goalie made a no-goal save. You don't make signals till after a whistle, and then makes the goal signal. So that's an odd one. I've never seen that. But nonetheless, Capital strike first. They just were putting the pressure on. Give credit where it's due. They took it down, came down the middle, put some pressure on, and they're going to notch their first one. There we go. All right, Capitals win the draw. They're going to push into the offensive zone. It's going to go down the far wall. Johnson will pick that one up. Cap player will take it on the wall, throw it to the middle. They're going to get a stick save. Rebound goes high, right up through the slot. And the Capitals will turn, try to fire again, deflected by Pinard. Pinard will throw it across behind the net to Johnson. She loses an edge. They're just battling in the corner. Waconia will pick it up. Up to the blue line. Jornby battling with her player. Gigi will come up with some speed and take it out of the zone. Caps pull it off her tape. Jornby picks it up, throws it in the offensive zone. Caps return the favor, pitch it right back out. Now the two teams are just playing catch on neutral ice. Back and forth. Johnson throws it up in the air. She felt two Cap players advancing. Caps move into the zone. Nice shot. Deflected off the shinnies of Pinard, though. Never made it on net. Caps far wall. Deflected. Here we go. Right down the middle. Let's see what happens. Oh, wow. Interesting no call there. Jornby had that one. Just got bullied off the puck. A little chicken wing came up there by a Cap player. Which hockey is a contact sport. I don't have a problem with a little contact as long as the refs stay consistent throughout the game. Can't ask for much more than that. Grove, nice back check, pulls the puck off the Cap player's tape. Cap still retaining possession though. Now Waconia will take it. They'll skate out of the zone. Caps will have to retreat. They pick it up and way offsides. I don't think number 11 saw that she had a player a good 2-3 feet still in the zone. So 5:34 left in this first period. Capitals up over your Wildcats 1-0. And say so far puck possession has been about 60-40 in favor of the Caps. They've been putting a lot of pressure on. But Waconia's had their moments. They've had some good shots too. That's Grove up to Gorns. Gorns will cross the red line, then fire it in. Back wall. Stanislawski collapsing, giving chase. Caps able to get there first. We all getting caught on a D change. Nobody holding the blue line. Allows the Caps to take it and skate out of the zone. That's where Waconia will pick it up on our side of the red line. Backhand attempt. Stanislawski now backhands it down into the offensive zone. Cap will take it. Far wall. Up to the blue line. Held by Johnson. Down the middle. Gorns will take it. Get some lumber on it. Stick save. Deflected to the back wall. 4:54 left in the first. Pulled off the tape by Corbett. She's going to turn. Odd angle. Fire. Side of the net. Rebound drops down behind. That's where the Caps will take it behind the goal. Try to fire it up that far wall. Gorns has it. Gets by one defender. Tries to fire it down. Ends up right on the tape of a Cap player, though. And they fire it out of the zone. Here we go. Pinard is going to take this one all the way back. I don't know what's happening there. She fires it off the wall. Interesting choice. Stretch pass. Finds Loomis. She tips it ahead to herself. She just gets bullied off the puck. Cap girl's doing a good job of just playing physical, but in a non-malicious way. And we'll get an icing call. So that should come all the way back. If you are watching, we wish you were here. We certainly could use you. Hope you feel better soon. I've always said we're the best squad when the whole squad is here. So hope you feel better soon. Looking forward to seeing you back on the ice. Here we go. Cap player, have it. Now we're just kind of playing hot potato here in neutral ice, back and forth, back and forth. It's going to end up finally on the tape with a Cap player who's going to skate this one in the zone, trying to backhand to the middle. Gets deflected by Grove. She'll take it, push it out to Van Allsburg. Van Allsburg turns. She takes a few strides, gets up, then fires it up out of the zone. Caps offsides, and they'll get tagged for offsides. Wins the draw, fires it back to Johnson. Johnson looks to push it up. That's Jornby. She takes it and throws it up into the offensive zone. Corbett will race in, pick it up on this near wall. Skates into the middle. She's going to take a shot. Deflected off the stick of a Cap player, so kind of ramped up high right over the goalie into that far corner. That's where Waconia will take it, throw it to the middle. Corbett tried to turn and fire. That goes wide left, hits the back wall. Now brought around to the near side. Caps have possession. They've got on the tape. They're skating up. They're going to get out of the zone and skate to the middle. Ooh, nice backhand pass. Neither Capital attacker saw that one coming, but it didn't have enough pepper to get all the way down for icing, so it ended up working out for the Caps. Capital players see it, backhand attempt on net, and Braylin covers. So we'll get an offensive zone draw for the Capitals. Right to Hedge holds his right down in that far corner. 2:42 left in the first. Urbaniak on the draw. Here we go. Puck is down. Wildcats will take this one. They're going to advance forward. Capital players right there, and that's out of the zone. Stanislawski will push forward. Throws it down into our offensive zone, but immediately picked up by a Capital player and launched all the way down. They're going to say tip, so no icing call. Grove has it. Ooh, just overplays it. Ends up with a Cap player right across the middle. Dangerous play. Maniac able to take that one and go the other way. Now we're out of the zone. Horns will take it. Tries to go across. In and out of the zone. It's a couple times where we've seen Waconia players kind of doing work for the Capitals, pulling it back into our zone. Gotta keep advancing forward here, ladies. Offensive zone. Gorns picks up the far wall, looking to get to the middle. Capital players just swarming the puck. They've done a really good job of just getting to where the puck is. They're going to take this one and go back. Then Allsburg knocks it off the tape. And Stanislawski will swing in and fire it up out of the zone. Lila coming in on a line change. Maybe get an opportunity here. Quick shot. Maybe should have gone a little bit closer. I think she felt that Capital defender really trying to get in behind her. Shot that one from pretty far away. Goalie didn't seem to have too much problem getting to that one. Johnson, puck on stick. She'll turn, fire up to Edel. Edel couldn't quite reel that one in. So Caps will fire it all the way across, parallel to the blue line. That's where Lila will take it and backhand it down the opposite direction. They're going to say tip. Capital player will pick it up near wall, fire it right across the middle. Nice stretch pass, finds a advancing Capital player. Johnson steps up, takes a swing, misses, and Caps are down into the zone. Quick shot, glove save. A little under a minute left here in this first period of a fun game, tight game. Caps up 1-0 over your Wildcats. Dude, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing all right.
See the boys there watching hard.
Here we go.
I think we might have had a chance to
we're back. We'll break from audio there. Sorry, had a old acquaintance come up. His daughter playing in the next game. There we go. So, in that silent intermission there. Oh, Braylon twisted. Come on, cover that puck. Help her out. There you go. Puck swept away. Up to the blue line held. We're in a penalty kill here. And the girls now getting a chance to take it out of the zone. Chipped into the zone. Lubis trying to control the puck here and just burn some time. 20 seconds left on the penalty kill for tripping. Loose in front. Now the Capitals are going to take this one. Trying to fire it forward. They find a streaking player. Quick shot. Carried it a little deep. Ended up shooting off the side of the net. Now it's loose. They're going to say no goal. Corbett with a little shove to the back. Referee giving her a little talking to. No penalty, but we'll get a face-off to Hedgehold just right. I'm going to say I'm thankful there's no instant replay camera in the net. I don't know. That was right on the line. Not sure if it crossed over or not, but there we go. Waconia back to full strength. The draw goes to Waconia, swept away. Stanislavski throws it to the wall. That's where the Capitals will pick it up. They're going to fire it behind the net. Away to the far side. Nice centering pass attempt off the skate and almost deflected in. Braylon doing a great job of being in the right place, right time. These Capitals just putting some serious heat on right now. All right, up to the blue line, held momentarily by the Capitals. All the way, yep. And it's Waconia not able to get that one out. Pulled off the tape from behind. Now we're battling right down the middle, right above the slot now, over the hash marks. Backhand away. That goes to Nowhereville. That's where Gorns will pick it up. They're going to skate out. Gets fired up the middle. Misplay by the Capitals. Allow the puck to float all the way down just to the left of the goal. Capitals will pick it up, swing around, far side. Gorns will pick it up, far wall. Turn, try to get it to the middle. Stanislavski turns, fires, deflected up high off the stick of a Capital defender. 8:21 left in the second period. Capitals fired up the wall. Picked up, drove here at the blue line. She's going to pinch in, try to go. She can't. It's going to give the Caps a rush. Drove on the back check, trying to skate in. She does pull it off the tape, down into the corner. She blows a tire. Capitals will pick it up, turn, fire, right down the middle. Kick save. Off to the side. Capital player will collect. Back to the middle again, off the boot of Corbett, so it doesn't make it to the middle. Still now floats to the middle where the Cap player will take it, spin, do a 180, look to fire, deflect it again into the near wall. Capitals just keep throwing it to the middle, doing a good job of, I wouldn't call it clean possession, but just maintaining the puck and throwing it to the middle. Corbett trying to find the outside edge on a rush the other way. Tries to get fancy, and that does not work. Ripped off her tape, quick shot, wide right, hits the back wall. That was Urbaniak. And Corbett now trying to keep it down in the zone. Capital player gets by her. Now they're going to come up the other direction. Urbaniak trying to get in there on the back check. They'll just skate in. Skate right in front and play the body. Off the wall. Corbett trying to make something happen. Cap player will take it, backhand it down in. Capitals will use this for a line change opportunity. Van Allsburg takes it, picks it up in the middle, throws it the other way. That's going to slow down on this chewed up ice and not be an icing. 6:50 left in the second. To the middle. Caps will clear. It's going to go all the way. They're going to say tip. I don't know that the girls touched it. That did not slow down in any way, shape, or form. Capital coach made the tipping motion, and I think the ref just assumed. Capitals will pick that one up, skate behind their goalie, chip it off the wall, held by Grove, or Pennard, excuse me. Let's see, off the wall again. Yep, now they go inside. That's allows them to come out. Waconia clears. Boy, they lose possession though. Caps will take it, backhand it over the red line. We've got an attacker just inside the blue line who will throw it forward, and Braylon will just cover. And we'll get a face-off to her right, I believe. So 2-0. Why do we have running time? The draw. Caps will take it and try to exit the zone. Or excuse me, Waconia tried to exit the zone. Caps hold at the point. So on that whistle, we have one high school kid, running the clock. Not paying attention, allowed running time to happen all the way until I set up and dropped the puck. Losing about 25-30 seconds of time. In a very tight game, if Waconia can get one and bring this thing close, that losing that time certainly could come back to bite us later. I hope not. Urbaniak fighting for it, trying to get it to the middle. There you go. Stanislavski tried to get in there. Capitals doing a good job of just clogging up that middle slot. So I'll take it out of the zone. Now they're going to push it all the way forward. Waconia, oh, nope. That was Gorns. She lost an edge, went down, dropped her stick. Wheels were off the bus on that one for Brent. Kennard there. And that's going to get flung all the way down. Unless it's on net, that should be icing. And it's not icing. So we'll come back the other way. Idea what's happening with our goalie. Girls having a little chat session there. Referee finally kind of giving them the motion of pay attention, girls. We have a hockey game to play. All right, here we go. Stretch pass. Lila Guest outside. Corbett hit her inside. So a miscommunication. And that gets flung all the way down into the zone. They're going to say offsides. I didn't think it was that bad. They're going to say it was intentional enough that they're going to go to the middle for the faceoff. All right, Urbaniak on the draw, Loomis on the right. Here we go. Kennard, Johnson out there. Edel as well as your left winger. Puck to the back wall. Waconia will get there first, swinging around the back wall. Up in front, Lila trying to get there. She's slowed down by a Capital player. They both go down in a pile together. Puck squirts out. Edel trying to advance it to the blue line. Capitals will pick it up, try to throw it to the middle. That's where Edel will pick it up. Looking, nice little stretch pass up to Loomis. She's down into the zone, trying to go right up the middle. Capital player catches her from behind, pulls it off her tape, flings it up the wall. Ooh, Johnson skated in, wanted to hold that one and just missed it. Kennard will pick it up instead. Finley down in the near corner. 3:08 left in the second. Thrown to the middle by Capitals. And Johnson flings it to the wall. That's where Loomis will pick it up, throw it all the way over to the far wall. Urbaniak, Edel right there. Urbaniak, trying to clear the zone. And Capitals just doing a better job of holding. Just kind of slowly advancing down towards the net. Capitals just kind of having their way right now. Waconia able to clear the zone. Capitals throw it in, not even close. That's one of those where that definitely benefited Waconia in this second period where Waconia has the long change. Capitals had those girls in that defensive zone for a good minute and a half, minute 30. Capitals giving them the whistle and allowing Waconia to get the line change. That whistle definitely worked in our favor. Off the draw, Capitals will win, push right into the offensive zone. On the wall here, they're going to cycle it over just inside the blue line. They're going to turn, quick shot, cover save. All right, face off, far corner. Off the draw, that's going to go to Waconia. Ben Alsberg will pick that one up, swing behind the net. Lots of Capital attackers there, so she flings it up the wall, tries to find Jornby. Jornby just giving everything she has. Centered all the way across, nobody there to pick it up. Corbett racing, she'll get there, she'll push it out. She's got that far wall. She's just got one to get around, but that Capital player just as speedy as she is, so pretty evenly matched. Corbett gets a shot. Kick save into the far wall. Now Jornby battling for it behind the net. Ben Alsberg up here guarding the blue line. Tried to pull it up. Gigi tried to pull it off. The tape slowed him down momentarily. They still managed to get out of the zone. That's where the Capitals will take it inside the red line. They're going to push back the other way. Now they're looking to get around Grove. Ben Alsberg knocks it off the tape to the back wall. Grove right there. Floats up high. Nobody there but Capitals. They'll turn and fire. Oh, knocked away. Just snuck in. Van Allsburg and Hedgeholz both had opportunities to stop that one. Van Allsburg took a swing at it and just overshot it. Hedgeholz went down, was in the right position, and it just got under her leg. So, tough one there. 3-0. Capitals up over the Wildcats with 1:15 left in the second period. It's one of these where possession has been heavily in favor of the Capitals, and they're working hard. I still feel like, boy, if Waconia could just get one. The shot selection, possession, Capitals, shot selection hasn't been that great. Like, this isn't a team that's just going to dominate and put 10 points up. If Waconia can just get on the board, this could change everything in the game, but Waconia just not able to get down and get shots on net. Off the draw, Urbaniak over to Stanislawski. She'll push it forward, far wall. That's where the Capitals will pick it up. They're going to send it down into the zone. Under a minute left in this one. All the way behind Hedgeholz. Pinard will pick it up, fling it up the wall, just a little bit beyond Gorn, so she can't pull it in. Capitals center it, down to the middle, deflected into the corner. Stanislawski racing to get there. And that's going to put Stanislawski in the bin. They're going to say that she got her stick in the feet of the Capital player. So Stanislawski goes to the bin. That'll put Waconia on the penalty kill with 34 seconds left in this one. That'll stay in the offensive zone for the Capitals. Here's your penalty kill team. Loomis coming out, Edel, Van Allsburg, and Jornby. All right, girls, someone's got to come take a face-off. There we go. Off the draw, that'll go to the Caps. Backhand attempt to shoot, gets deflected. And now it's loose up front. Whitecaps will pick that one up just inside the blue line. They lose an edge and go down. Edel can't reel that one in. We're battling here. Waconia playing ultra conservative and safe. All the girls just floating so low. There we go. Now Loomis able to take it and skate out of the zone. Whitecaps push them right back. Van Allsburg paralleling the blue line, takes it out. She'll skate out over the red line. Now she'll dump it in. And that's the end of the second. All right, we'll go quiet. We'll see you back here for the start of the third. right, here we go. We're back to start the second. Third, yeah, sorry.
You're all off.
I'm all discombobulated. I heard some fans are upset. We went quiet there for a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Bob, Kelsey, calm down. I had a friend show up. He had the gift of gab. You guys didn't need to hear that whole conversation. Here we go. We're back. We appreciate our fans, though. All right. Waconia sends it all the way down. That Whitecap goalie will slow it. That was Loomis taking a quick turning fire. Nice job, Lila, just trying to maintain aggression here in this third period. Loomis will take it. She's looking to find some space. Quick turn back the other direction. Uh-oh, Whitecaps take that one, pull it from her. They're going to get a shot, stick save, and a cover by Braylon. Nice job. Yeah, you start to do this hockey thing long enough, just about every rink you go to, every tournament you're in, you end up running into somebody you know or some parent your kid has played with, and that's what happened here. So fun to chat and reconnect with him, but he didn't know I had a job to do. Here we go, off the draw. Capitals will take that one. And Braylon will jump out and cover that one, not wanting to take any chances. Girls are still in this one. Let's go, Braylon. Trying to get everybody fired up. Let's go. Here we go. Off the draw. It's going to go to Waconia. They're going to take that one, throw it over to the near wall. That's where the Capitals will pick it up and throw it down towards net. Gets deflected. Now it's loose. Just inside the blue line. Loomis will pick it up. She's going to turn and burn. Now she's over the blue line. Trying to find that outside edge. Shakes one. She's got Gorns with her. She can get it to the middle. Knocked off her tape by Capital players. Gorns tries a wraparound and is met by two Capital players. And they're going to take it and come up this near wall. Grove tries to pinch in, pull the puck. She can't. Van Allsburg misplays the puck. That's where Loomis will pick it up. Now she's over the red line. Moving back the other direction. Capital players retreat, pull the puck in their defensive zone, chip off the wall. Now they're out. And they're moving back in force the other direction. They're into the zone clean. Grove will pick it up, backhand up, trying to attempt to get out of the zone. They can't. Held at the point. Load, fire, shot down, deflected. Now they fling it down into the corner. Petal, Kennard, Grove, Loomis, and now Johnson. All trying to just get it out of the zone. Johnson turns, Canoiders, fires. That's out of the zone. And that's going to be, was offsides, but at the rate the Capitals are getting offsides, they're going to just let this one go. To the middle by the Capital player, deflected momentarily. They pick it right back up, go right back to the middle. Now deflected high. Kennard, standing guard, just making sure pucks don't get down towards our goalie. She did a great job at this point, though, with 9:22 left in the third. Waconia needs to stop playing so defensively minded and safe. We're just not going to get a goal. Shot, kick save, deflected away. Just maintaining pressure. They're not letting up. They smell a victory. And Braylon will head out and cover. I don't know why. It's a 3-0 game that feels like a 10-0 game. The girls just need one. Just that shot in the arm, and with 9 minutes left, that's a lot of hockey. A lot of hockey left in this one. Stanislawski on the draw. Ref sees something on the ice that he doesn't like. Something has come to pieces. My guess, something little. Handing it on the bench to, I don't know, one of our players. A button off a helmet, a snap. Those things fall off. I don't know. Here we go. Puck down behind the net. Waconia back and forth. Now they're looking. Corbett has that one off the wall, out of the zone. They throw that one right back in. Capital players doing a lot of things really well. Got to give credit where it's due. Puck possession, really good at some spacing, really good at making sure they get the puck to the middle. Not so much at offsides. Here we go. It's going to go to Waconia. They'll push forward momentarily. That's where the Capitals will take it. Push back the other way. We've got a 3-on-2 situation. Nice pass, a little bit late. I don't think that second Cap attacker expected that one after it didn't come. So that flows over to the far near wall. Capitals will dump it down behind the net. Van Allsburg will pick that one up. She's going to skate, gets met, so she'll throw that up to Jornby. Jornby just inside the blue line. Now we're out. Tried to find Gorns. Gorns just couldn't reel it in. Cap pull it off, and now they're going to go right down the middle. Knocked off the tape by Grove. Now covered by Hedgeholds. .7:59 left in the third here. Stanislawski on the draw. Let's see what happens. She's going to fire that one over. Edel try to fire it right back. So that's going to go all the way over to the far wall. That's where the Capitals will pick it up. They're going to say they held the zone. Waconia trying to get out. They do this time. It's going to go the other way. That's who else? Loomis. Just hustling to get down there. She forces it down in the offensive zone. Nice job, Lila. She'll swing that one around. Edel will pick it up in the near corner. Stanislawski there as well. Edel trying to get it to the middle. Kicked by Capitals and sent back the other direction. Loomis will pick that one up. She's going to look to get it to the middle. Lila. Pass that puck like you mean it, girl. She's got muscle. Use it. Here we go. Capitals will pick it up back wall. They're going to swing it back and forth. Doing a lot of just throwing the puck around at this point, both teams. Edel right to the middle. Picked up. Now we're floating a little bit higher. And they're going to skate out of the zone, swing it up. Picked up by Waconia, thrown back the other direction, right here in front of us, backhand. Feels like tennis, just back, forth, back, forth. There we go, Capitals picking that one up. Picked up the tape by Loomis. Capitals skating down, deflected, kick save, flicks over to the near wall. That's where the Capitals will pull up. They try to skate to the middle. Johnson plays the body, forces the player off the puck, floats to the back wall. It's Pinard. She's down. She ended up, wraparound attempt incoming. They swing around. Body's down. Come on, girls. Loomis down on the ice. Get up. Get better on your feet. And that's out. That's going to force the Capitals to retreat. Instead, they fire it. Offsides again, but no call this time. They're going to take a quick shot, and we're going to get a cover. Nice job. So the referees had been ultra tight on the offsides calls in the first period, first half of the second, and I think they're kind of feeling the end of a very long weekend of hockey. Last couple players off by a good stride or two and just kind of letting them go, which I get. Works when it's working in your favor, it's nice. Capitals, nope, that's going to be Waconia on the draw. They're just going to hammer that one forward. That was Stanislawski. Should be an icing call, I would imagine. Yep, that's going to come back the other way. Stanislawski putting a lot of mustard on that one. All right, here we go. Corbett, Jornby, Van Allsburg, Grove, Stanislawski. 5 Wildcats. .5:37 left in this one. Capitals up 3 over your Wildcats. Capitals turn, fire from the blue line. Van Allsburg picks it up. Now we'll take it, throw it out of the zone. Capitals will recollect. Nope, way offsides again. So for those of you watching, they usually say when it's offsides, you'll line up typically here or here. When the offsides is deemed to be intentional, you didn't make an effort to even allow your team to get on sides, that's when they'll penalize you by taking the face-off to the middle. And I think, sometimes we see 1 or 2 a game, and we've seen 3 or 4 already this game. So, nice little quick shot. Capital goalie, get that one stuck down near her boots. She kind of sat down on that one. Nice save. Girls kind of hammering away at the goalie, which no whistle by these refs. And you teach the girls play to the whistle. You don't like hitting on the goalie, but if there's not a whistle, you hammer at that thing, try to get that in the net. Capitals will take this one off the draw. They're going to choose to skate it out. That was Johnson pinched in to try to swing at the puck, missed it. Kennard will take it, push it to the wall, all the way to the back wall. Centering pass attempt makes it through. Down in front, backhand attempt by the Capitals, swings wide into the near corner. Edel and a contest. Capitals throw it right back to the middle though. Waconia will knock it up high, held inside the blue line, shot from above the face-off circle. Picked up by Grove, down to the corner, off the wall, back to Grove now. She's facing the wrong way. Now she turns. Here we go. Not sure what's happening here. Capitals just kind of marching right down the middle. There we go. All right, Goran's trying to find an edge. Can she come to the middle? Nope. Capitals pull it off her tape right as she crossed the blue line. They're going to go back the other direction. Capitals throw it down to the wall. They were on the right side of the red line, so no icing. Loomis tries to throw it up the boards. Capitals have other ideas. They throw it here to the near wall. 3:40 left in this one. Thrown right down the middle. Capital player can't pick up that pass, so it goes through the wickets right to the back corner. Pinard right there trying to pull it in. Capitals pulling to the middle. Pinard over to Stanislawski. Stanislawski again dropping the hammer, just firing that thing down. Won't make it all the way this time. Capitals will pick it up. Loomis in there giving chase, trying to force a turnover. Capitals able to get it up the wall. Ooh, my goodness. That was Pinard. No, Grove, excuse me. Came flying in. Hit the wall herself. Lost an edge, hit the wall. Capital player turning, didn't see it. Tripped over her, and then she went down. Thankfully, both players are up. Here we go. Shot tried to, Capitals trying to exit the zone. Inadvertently fired in the back of one of their own players. Now they're going to fling it up the wall. Grove holds at the blue line, dumps it down, holds again. Stanislawski there, can't hold a third time. Loomis will pick it up inside the red line. She'll clear, Waconia clears. Jensen, nope, she never made it out. She came up to the blue line, just didn't actually cross the blue line. We'll get a draw over there in front of the St. Paul bench. 2:31 left in this one. Puck is down. Here we go. That's going to be Waconia. Bryn carries it in the offensive zone. She'll take a quick shot. Kick save. Rebound in front. Picked up. Jornby swings in. Ooh, Jornby just gets lifted up off her skates and dumped. And we're going to get a call on that one. Jornby, not a big gal, number 12, who did the penalty, not big either, but was definitely played big. I think it was just a case of her speed carried her into the back of Jornby and literally just lifted her up off her skates and dumped her on her front side. So number 12 for the Capitals will serve the time for that crime. No malicious intent there, I don't believe. Goran's on the draw, Waconia on the power play, 2:15. If they're going to try to have some magic, this is where it's got to start. You need a quick one here. Then maybe with only a 2-goal deficit, you can talk about pulling the goalie and trying to make something happen. So off the draw, Waconia will get possession. Centering pass attempt, quick one-timer, goal! Goran's to Corbett. Let's look at that one again. So you can see it goes down into the corner. Picks it up, swings up, makes some space, throws it right to the middle. Corbett catches the pass. One-timer right to the back of the net. So if nothing else, you get a spark, you get a shot in the arm. With 2:07, we'll see if there's enough time. And we're going to get a timeout. We can't hear them. Let's see what coaches are saying. I would imagine conversation would be around if we can get possession, if we can get down in the offensive zone, they're going to pull hedge holds, get that sixth attacker out there. See if we can't make this one interesting. We've at least made St. Paul think about it. And in a tournament where there were definitely some good games, definitely some lopsided games to go into this game on Sunday and finish the weekend on a good, close game. Can't ask for much more than that. All right, let's see where this goes. Corbett out there, Gorn's on the draw, Loomis, we've got our speed team. So definitely altering your lineups. You've got Grove and Van Allsburg as your D pair. And off the draw, Caps will take possession. They're going to swing it off the near wall. Corbett trying to take it and push back the other way. So we're in the zone. Braylon's off. We're going to get that sixth attacker. That's Jornby swinging into the zone. She comes off the bench and immediately knocks it off the tape so that the girls can hold the zone. Why do we have 4 girls floating so high? Come on, get in there. Out of the zone. Girls are going to have to clear. They do. Corbett pursuing, knocking it off the tape. 1:29 left in this one. Up to Gorns. Gorns pushing it ahead. And she get it? Nope. Capitals taking this one. I think one thing for the coaches to work on, boy, the girls just doing a really good job of, getting the goalie off, getting the sixth attacker on the ice. Jornby flew in there like a bullet. Immediate impact when she got on, which was immediately followed by 4 Waconia Wildcats sitting in neutral ice watching 2 of them in the offensive zone with the puck. Jornby doing what she does, just continuing to be aggressive. Girls got to get in there. Stanislavski now collapsing. She'll pick up the puck under a minute. Can we get it to the middle? Make this one interesting. Quick shot. Corbett trying to get a quick shot. It's loose. Quick shot. Wide left. Back wall. Capitals have it. They're just trying to clear the zone. Van Allsburg, you got to get down in there. Pinch down. Oh, the girls holding. 30 seconds. They're going to throw that one down. Now it's loose in front. 15 seconds. Well, added some excitement to this one. Knocked away. 4 seconds. They're going to load and fire. That's going to do it for this one. But the Wildcats providing a little bit of excitement here at the end, making the Capitals think about it. But kudos to the Capitals. They came out and just seemed to want this one more than the Wildcats did. Well, that's a lot of hockey, a lot of driving, a lot of miles. All right, thanks everybody. So another tournament in the books. See you back here. We have a game, I believe, on Tuesday, and then it will be the next tournament. Catch you then.